top buildings in the city of Chicago. This is Marina City, or known by their nicknames. The Corn cannot agree with that Lessons More philosophy. He believes since there are no right angles in nature, there should be none in architecture. When Bertrand Goldberg was going to construct these two buildings, Mies van der Rohe called him and he asked, "Are you seriously going to put these two buildings up next to mine?" He replied, "Yes," and this was the last day of his sculpture company. When you walk into your apartment here, it is extremely narrow. However, as you walk throughout the apartment, shapes go like in 1914. The building it is sheeted in that red brick at the top. You see, they needed to knock out one of the west side wings here to make room for the expansion of the South Street Bridge. The building was originally holds a platinum rating. That is the highest award that the building can achieve. Basically like winning an Academy Award for a building. It also has a green roof, which mitigates rainfall, has plant trees and vegetations. Chicago has more green buildings than any of it 800 feet tall. Ward Point's also a very historic and important place for Chicagoans, because here they have to drop their keys off to a valet who parks their cars for them. The red brick building, this is the Fulton House in Minneapolis, a major city. So we want to lobby for a World's Fair coming up in 1893, Columbia's Exposition. So we sent our best politicians to Congress to lobby for this fair. So we St. Louis, New York, Pittsburgh, and other major cities in the U.S. at the time. Our politicians were so relentless that we got them there. So this angered New Yorkers, especially one visiting New York reporter, Charles Faino. He was a 5-acre park, 2 platform tennis courts, a basketball court, a cafe, and I believe they plan to have a rooftop bar. Currently, we are passing the Congress Courts is home to the Eisenhower Expressway here in the city of Chicago, completed back in 1955. But a good thing about what I just mentioned, the post office, it was completed back in the 1930s. How does this happen? Well, it was from Virginia Burnham's 1909 plan for the city of Chicago, for us to have a massive building, have a major expressway built to its center. There was no construction done to the post office back in the 1950s when the bridge was being completed. There was just a giant hole left to the center of it for about 20 years. That's called forward thinking. I also mentioned that the 1996, it is thought to be one of the most computer automated post offices in the world. It's built with 3 pavilions and also a very beautiful interior lobby. Now get this, they said that they wanted this lobby to be rented out for events, such as weddings, bar mitzvahs, things like that. Well, since this post office has been open since the year 1996, that lobby has been rented out 0 times. I mean, come on, really, who wants to get married in a post office? Laying off and to our left, this area was known as Prince's Road. This is where all of the printing warehouses were located. They all moved southwest in the 1970s because it was cheaper to print there. This will be a very new neighborhood here in the city of Chicago. You know what they do today? They may want to reconsider. It is another city within a city, having its own street-like catering, a climate-controlled park, a fitness facility, and once again, the private marina that we're passing here. Typically on my tours, I do have a few guests telling me that with that bright outline, that's seen in Chicago. Completed just last year by architect Raphael Zanoni, 892 feet tall, home to over 800 apartments, population of about 2.7 million people in our 270 surrounding suburban neighborhoods, give us a total population of about 10 million people in the Chicagoland area. There is one city projected to take Chicago over top.
What's the shelf life of a Twinkie? Forever, and that's terrifying. Any baseball fans on the note? Can anyone name the oldest major league stadium here in the U.S.? Fenway Park is correct. What's second? Wrigley is correct. What's third? The Yankees. In 1860, we helped the Republican National Convention. And at the time, an unknown candidate was nominated for president. Now
Now, Abraham Lincoln was nominated for president in 1860. He won the nomination by 2 votes because the state of Ohio changed their voting policies at the very last second. This lets you know that the most likely be a commercial building and that they want to maximize the space. Typically, when you see a building that's being constructed and they're using a lot of concrete, it will be a residential building. To our right, we are finding what's known as the terminus of the Riverwalk. Depending on where you are, this is the start or finish of our Riverwalk. You can now walk 1.3 miles all the way to our lakefront uninterrupted. Green Glass Building, 333 West Wacker Drive, completed by Combe, Pedersen, and Fox. This building was voted the most beautiful building alongside the Chicago River. Notice how the building bends with the natural end of the river. That's known as contextualism. When a building adapts to the natural side of topography that it is on. That glass extends for about 365 feet. It is a 36-story building. But if anyone here has ever seen the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and you remember the scene when Ferris Bueller's dad is waving down the parade from his office building. He's doing it from 333 West Wacker Drive here. The parade scene was shot a few blocks out of here on State Street. Directing your attention to our right underneath the bridge, you're finding this silver structure. Architecturally, this is known as an eyelash. It helps protect the pedestrians from the harmful debris that are falling from the bridges. But as we're clearing the bridge, I do want to have us stay at eye level, finding something fairly new to the city of Chicago. Pointing out the camera projection booth to our right, this is known as X1. We're now projecting images, videos, maybe even a few concerts onto the merchandise marks every day, 30 minutes after sunset. Today's building 225 West Wacker Drive, also viewed by Club Pedersen and Fox. Simply compliment to 333 West Wacker. You see, our bridges, they are very well balanced. They weigh about 1,000 tons. It only takes 184 power to open. Our bridges do open, they do not all open. Quality over quantity. There is one city in the world that does have more opening bridges than the city of Chicago. Can you name it? That's Seattle. Not Venice, but it is in Europe. Amsterdam is correct. They have 101 opening bridges in Amsterdam. Coming up to our right, we're finding the theater section of the Riverwalk. On a beautiful day, you'll see it filled with people just watching the boats and days go by. They'll even Boulevard to here at night and have a free concert. First building after the bridge is the LaSalle Wacker Building, completed by Halliburton Group back in 1927. One of the first buildings to utilize this setback. When it was completed, air conditioning was not so common. They needed that massive setback to allow air to circulate to the building. The glass structure that is used in it, 111 West Wacker Drive. Project was started by Tangen and Associates. It was supposed to be a 90-story building. This is 77 West Wacker Drive, completed by architect Ricardo Field, designed in the postmodernist style of architecture. If you're looking to its top, this is set to pay homage to the Otto's Campanile on top of the Florence Cathedral, resembling a bell tower. The structure that's east of it, 55 West Wacker Drive, I call it the hashtag building. You'll notice that the next building has these silver bars inserted into its window as a Belvedere. In that Belvedere in the mid-20s and the early 30s, it held the speakeasy known as the Stratosphere Lounge. Rumor has it that an infamous mobster visited that lounge, his name Al Capone. Direct here exhibited for the boat to the right of the London House, flying the skinny white skyscraper. This is Mather Tower, completed by Riddle & Riddle. And this was the tallest building in the United 23-story building designed in the French Beaux-Arts style of architecture. French Beaux-Arts buildings typically have a decorated base, a stack of floors, and a decorated top. If you walk around the base of the building, you will find brass inserts in the pavement, letting you know this is where our first military base was located. Fort Dearborn. Why we choose this specific piece of land? If you look in front of the boat, you will find the DuSable Bridge. 10 years ago, this was known as the Michigan Avenue Bridge. This is once where the lake met the river. So it's pretty convenient for us to have our first military base located here. got the name changed about 10 years ago in honor of our first non-Native American citizen, Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable. But the next thing that I want to point out is a pretty unique photo opportunity. Beginning to look off and to our left, you cannot take marbles for granted. I don't typically do that joke, but today I was feeling bolder. Back off and to our right, the skyscraper with the white undulating patios. This is Aqua Towers, and this was the tallest building in the world, designed by a female architect. It's designed by Chicago Harry Reese. As I mentioned, he loved to sail. He designed the building to look like the bow of a ship. But you cannot miss the next building that has just been completed with the beautiful turquoise glass. This is known as the St. Regis School Gyms Academy K-12. Tuition for your kindergarten will only cost you about 35 grand a year. We've been cruising on the river for about an hour and 15 minutes now, so I have to let you know that this happens to be one of the only bodies of water that's not a direct. In front of us to the right here, Fox Navy Pier, the second most visited tourist attraction here in the city of Chicago. Home to the Tony Roosevelt Shakespeare and Green Mountain, Botanical Museum, and then Fair Schools is under control. Last year, we had a Great Lakes, the name that you got Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. The word that helps remember this is homes. Now, you know, as a tour guide, one of my favorite things to do is a little bit of trivia, so here's your last question. I mentioned that the 5 Great Lakes make up 20% of fresh water in the world. Did anyone name the largest fresh water? Why did it appear this friend in a place if you went to them once the best he could pay up? They called the top one. True story, he lived there for about 3 years. The land to our right, this was going to be the location for the Chicago Fire. The 2000 foot building did not happen due to the recession in the 2000s. Now here is just a giant hole for the foundation. 2 new buildings have been approved to be here, one building at 1,000 feet.